Holy moly, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Parents, put your kids to bed because the show is not appropriate for children under the age of 13. Welcome to Conservative Rants. We are your hosts, Alex and Jeremiah, and you, my friends, have tuned in to the number one political commentary podcast that airs on Thursday nights, where one show, the host has an American flag in the background, and another host has a AI library stocked full of the most important books. Real library of the most important
real
books
AI library
in world history. The most important books in world history. Folks, there is no show that tops that. And we are doing a special, usually we're 9:45 p.m. We're also number one in that time slot for under these parameters as well. But our boy, is going live tonight at 9. Probably not, because we know Trump. It'll be like 9:20 probably. But he's going to give us a speech, folks. And I heard through the grapevine, a.k.a. conservative talking heads, that this speech is going to be about the Chinese. Oh, I didn't have it queued up. The sound effects queued up. The Chinese stealing the state of Georgia from Donald Trump.
China. I love them.
Love them. Stealing the election in Georgia. And that's what I hear he's going to talk about. We'll see. He could surprise us. Alex, though, how are you doing this week?
Absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful week. Tons of news to report on if we didn't have this live stream to watch. Tons of fun things. We're going to get into it a little bit before Trump starts here. But shout out if you're watching on Facebook. It's the first time I'm live on my Facebook page. We just hit 2,000 followers over there. I appreciate all of you. So hit that like button, hit that share button, get it out to as many people as you can. We're also over on YouTube, youtube.com/Alexander Medeiros and youtube.com/Jeremiah Campana. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. And
all the boomers on Facebook, go follow Alex. Now, Alex, you tell me Facebook is a conservative social media platform. Is this true?
It's more conservative, yes, but slightly and barely. And here's the thing, because I'm very interested in these statistics, so I look them up all the time.
I know.
There's not actually a ton of data when it comes to who consumes versus who creates the content. There is only a metric of how many people use Facebook per day that claim to be conservative or Republican. So they'll survey people and they'll say, do you use Facebook? How often do you use Facebook, etc.? And they'll go based off of that. So that's the only metrics that we have.
I see.
I would love to see like the metrics of how many news media creators are on this app pushing conservative news versus pushing liberal news.
Yeah, I'm curious about that as well. I wonder if we'll ever get that data from old Zuckerbucks.
Because on Facebook, I see both ends of the extremes. I see the super Trump fans. I see the super TDS Spurgs, and there's not much in between. There's a lot of polarity.
That's why I got off on Facebook. In fact, the only reason I have a Facebook right now is to influence my local politics. Otherwise, I cannot stand Facebook. I got off it for a reason. But folks, welcome to the show. We will be playing Trump live when he goes live, and we will be taking your calls afterwards.
Queued up right here.
So if you have any thoughts or opinions you want to share on this, what I'm sure is going to be an amazing speech. And I say that because I have seen Trump give some boring speeches, but overall his speeches slap. Do the kids still say that?
Yeah. Cook. It cooks.
Yeah. It cooks. His speeches cook. His State of the Union earlier this year was the best well done cooked steak State of the Union that I've ever seen from a politician. Yeah. It's just so I expect some good stuff tonight. I expect some callers in tonight to tell us whether they hated it, whether they loved it, or somewhere in between. But you know Trump, right? He's supposed to come on in 2 minutes. What's the over? What's Kalshi got on what time this is actually going to start? Do they have?
Dude, I wonder. Can you look that up? Is there actually a
Let me
market for
see.
that?
Let me ask Grok if there are stats on an over under if this is going to be on time or not. Is there
We have to see this.
over under
Kalshi or Polymarket, whatever one wants to be our future sponsors, we're gonna look up right now.
Yes, we are accepting sponsors. Hey, even if you're a local business that wants to that needs the number one political commentary show on Thursday nights at 9:45, where each host has these selected backgrounds, we are number one in that category. So if you advertise with us, you are advertising on a number one show. Okay, let's see what Grok has to say. Is there an over under on if the speech starts on time? It tells me, you put too much information in at once, and all I did was type one sentence. Grok does this quite a bit, actually.
While you're looking this up, Jeremiah, I am actually going to play a little song that we made, because right after we get this information, we are going to talk about our favorite subject. Now, what is that favorite subject, Jeremiah?
Well, it's my favorite American pastime. It's your favorite American pastime. It's the listeners' favorite American pastime. We love making fun of white, liberal women.
White liberal women are all pleasing them is impossible. Ladies, white sauce audience, grab a drink and follow. Come with us, watch them follow.
Ah, yes. We
I'm
will
hearing
watch
an echo,
them
Alex. Are
wallow.
you playing that off your speakers?
I don't think I am.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. If you're hearing an echo in the chat, let us
let us know.
on that. Clementine Segura. I hope I pronounced that right. Nothing, man. What's
Hola.
up with you? Or lady. I don't know. You have one of them anon things going on there.
Would you step in?
And we definitely know the difference between men and women on this show. Alex, I'm gonna let you pronounce that one, buddy.
Yuli Yodzik, of course. Come on, dude.
Hi, welcome to the show. This is a call-in show, folks. So once we'll take calls after Trump's speech.
It should be happening anytime now.
Anytime now. But while we wait for Trump, we are going to do our favorite pastime, which is make fun of white liberal women. Alex, you sent me a few. I think I want to play this one first. All right,
let's check this out.
Because this happened a while ago, but it's timeless. It is a timeless classic. And share screen. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just a boomer trying to figure out technology here. Oh, this was shared by Steven Crowder, of course. Steven Crowder.
You gonna maximize it there? All right, there we go.
There we go.
So this was back during the ICE protest. Remember this? This is right after Renee Good got shot.
And far wealthier
Sorry, kid.
than
You
it
got
has
interrupted.
ever been before. We are doing great.
We're live.
Less than 2 years ago, we inherited an economic and social disaster after the worst inflation in 48 years, the wide open borders with millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, including criminals of all types, and
What do they say? 10, 20 million?
888 murders, many of whom killed more than one person. We had
And raped.
gender
Raped.
for everybody.
Don't boot us, YouTube.
Men and women's sports, crime ravaging our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us as a nation, but not anymore. 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. America is respected like we have never been respected before. We have more money being invested in the United States than at any time in the history of our country. More Americans are working today
Later, Rocco.
than ever before. This week, it was announced that inflation saw the largest monthly decline in more than
saw that.
6 years. Just
Can't
happened.
wait to go grocery shopping.
Given out. The media reported it, and we accept it the best in 6 years. The tax cuts and a great, big, beautiful bill are saving hardworking families
Yes.
thousands and thousands of dollars.
All of this is awesome.
Provisions,
Remember now, Trump
no
did
tax
say
on tips,
this was going to be
no tax
huge,
on
huge
overtime,
announcement.
and no tax on
This
social
is like a recap.
great seniors, along with
America
the
250
interest
recap.
deduction on a loan used to purchase a car, but only if that car is made in America, and
Nice.
a 100% expensing for our job creating businesses. Our stock markets are at their highest point in many years, but we
My
can actually
401k's loving it.
of all time. And your 401ks, pensions, and retirement accounts are setting records every single day,
Yes.
the highest in history. For years, we paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. Now we pay the lowest price under my most favored nation's policy because I was able to get the rest of the world and the pharmaceutical companies to act responsibly. Drug prices are coming down by 70,
This is
80,
teleprompter
and
Trump right
90%.
now.
TrumpRx.gov.
Yeah.
This will ultimately reduce the cost
the-
of healthcare. You have to go to TrumpRx.gov and take advantage of it. But the cost of healthcare is coming way down because of what we've done with prescription drugs.
He's like America's hype
Trump
man.
accounts, every child in
He really
America
is.
now has access to a tax-free investment account to save
Yes.
Trump
for
accounts
their
are going to be
future.
great.
Billions and
My daughter's already got one. Already got that $1,000 in there,
Oh.
baby.
companies and
Dude, that's
individuals
awesome.
It was quick too.
care of our children so that at age 18 they will have potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account
Yep.
and they'll get off to a great start in life.
And he's trying to
So
get
for that, go to
big companies to donate.
TrumpAccounts.gov.
so like
Oh.
Sign
it'll
up your
disperse
child
evenly
or
to all
any
the
child who'd like to
Trump
sign
kids
up.
accounts.
Nice.
Previously wide open borders
And they
have
just
been
donating stock, so
transformed
they don't have to
into
transfer
the most
money or anything
secure
like that.
borders in the history of our country, with zero illegal aliens being admitted to the United States
Massive.
in the past 14 months.
But
That
Trump's not done anything for us, man.
possible. We had the worst border in the history of our country, and now we have the best. Crime is plummeting
Literally, it's
nationwide
probably
with
his
the
number one
murder rate
accomplishment.
at its lowest
Oh,
level
by far.
since 1900, or more than 125 years ago. We're making a
Wow.
record investment in our armed forces, and we have the strongest and most powerful military by far anywhere in
I
the
hope
world.
so.
I built it during my first term, and unfortunately, we're forced to use it now. We won in Venezuela, which is now working with us to
Which is
produce
insane.
millions and millions of barrels of oil. We
That
are
was probably the most
likewise
insane
winning
military
big in
operation ever.
Iran, and you will see
Yeah.
the fruits of that labor very, very shortly. America is back and doing really well, but we still have a major challenge that must be urgently addressed because no country can be great without fair and honest
Here it
elections.
is.
You
Yeah.
have to trust your country because
Mm.
if there can be no trust, there can be no greatness. And that's very simple. No
Mhm.
trust, no greatness. For many years, I've called for bold, swift, and decisive action to protect the integrity of America's elections. Every American deserves to know that when they cast their vote, that vote will be counted accurately in a system, and that is to make that system secure.
Mm.
One where cheating and interference are not just difficult, but virtually impossible. Unfortunately, the system we have today falls catastrophically short
Agreed.
standard. Tonight, I'm announcing the immediate declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure. This evidence shows that the election system we have dangerously exposes and really exposes like levels never thought possible to hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference.
Wow.
Just as disturbingly,
Do you think this is all
vital
from the
information has
Venezuela
for many
raid?
years been covered up and
I don't know.
you.
Because that's
The
where
American
Dominion is
people are
from, isn't it?
beautiful, are great American people. But that all changes
Let me
right
find
now.
out.
The documents we will release starting tonight have been gathered by the White House government Transparency Task Force, a great group of people, along with the staff of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board, supported by our top intelligence agency chiefs, who have all personally reviewed the findings. We are presenting this evening and fully confirmed their authenticity. You can see these documents for yourself at whitehouse.gov. That's whitehouse.
Already? Let's see if it's up already.
Go check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Our purpose in disclosing this information is not to weaken confidence in election, but to earn that confidence by
Dominion's
confronting
Canadian.
vulnerabilities and correcting them very, very quickly. And that's what we're doing. The documents cover 5 major areas of concern. First, they show that
I don't see it.
over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle,
News.
the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history,
Wow.
resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information
outta here.
includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data
Dude.
that would be needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious
We
activities.
were just talking about China last week.
Happening.
Yep.
This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence even shows that China assigned a data exploitation unit specifically to this new project. Compounding the travesty, the second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people,
deep state.
in many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling, covering
I'm
it up
working for
from
China.
both the president and the American people like nobody thought was possible. U.S. spy agencies began learning about the compromise of voter registration files in 2020 when they discovered that tens of millions of voter data, think of that, tens of millions of voters' data in 18 states have been bought, stolen, or hacked by China. Yet those responsible
I'm surprised Democrats
for
didn't give them
sounding
away.
the alarm instead kept the information secret and hidden. They did not disclose to me as president or to anyone else, and to the best of our knowledge, they did not inform Congress. In fact, all they kept saying is, this
How
is
many
the
members of Congress were in on it?
in the history of our country. A standard, very pat line that was divvied out to say the cover-up of this colossal security breach is even more disturbing in light of the additional information showing that China engaged in other election-related activities to undermine my first administration and our 2020 campaign. They did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it, Donald Trump, to win, and for good reason. As the documents we are releasing show, CIA reporting explicitly stated, and I quote, in mid-2018, the Chinese Communist Party's policy was to leverage all domestic and foreign elements that were opposed to the U.S. president in an effort to reduce the U.S. president's votes and make him resign or prevent his reelection. Isn't that
Wow.
nice? Also, in mid-2018, China was working to influence the results of the U.S. midterm elections and
I got a
later
hot
the
take,
results
though.
of the 2020
What's that?
presidential election itself.
I got a hot take though.
Separately, in
You got a
mid-2019,
hot take?
Chinese government strategy against the United States
I'm glad he didn't win in
was
2020.
undermining domestic confidence in the
Why?
U.S. president. They wanted to just make you sound
We wouldn't have the Trump we have today
so
if we
hot.
didn't. If he
When
didn't. If he
actually
didn't
the
lose.
president has done a great
Okay.
job,
Okay.
and they did everything possible to do
Borders would not be secure. None of that
on,
stuff.
This document says, and this is by the CIA.
Interesting
strategy
theory.
included efforts to use Chinese content
We'll chat.
with big U.S. companies to influence U.S. business leaders to turn against the President of the United States of America. The Chinese government sought to identify U.S. journalists who had reported negatively on the U.S. president and pay them large sums of money to write more negative articles about him, as many as they could, and they didn't care what they said. The Chinese government wanted U.S. president to lose the next election, and the reason they wanted me to lose is because they knew I was wise to them, charged them billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs, and built the
So
strongest
if
military
he
anywhere in the
has
world. We have the
proof that
strongest
payments were
military
sent,
anywhere in the
then
world.
the people who like
These are
that's
exact
should be
quotes from
illegal.
the
No,
CIA reporting.
Yeah.
The
I mean, you would think that
doing
these bombshell reports would maybe come with some accountability.
But it gets even worse.
I don't
Statute of
even see the
limitations
evidence
up?
yet. It's
By
not
the
posted
FBI
yet.
and
Oh, it's not posted yet?
Yet
No.
buried by rogue bureaucrats stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period, dozens of significant CIA and NSA reports about China's election targeting were kept out of the presidential briefing. These were briefings I would get almost every day. Everything was kept out that was of importance. One email among
They purposely hid a lot from him
was
during his
submitted
first
that
term.
they had, quote,
He had
Yeah.
snakes all over his
deliberately
administration.
massaged the presidential daily briefing to withhold information regarding Chinese activities related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming known and
That's
to
like
keep it away from
in
the
1800, you get hanged
Treason?
for that.
other
Yeah.
officials who witnessed such efforts perceived the motivations to be blatantly political. Recently, we found significant numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of
Burn bags.
bags that were used to destroy information given by President Barack Hussein Obama.
Ooh.
Burned. It was supposed to be burned. These bags were supposed to be at a different level by different people, incinerated and checked, but it never happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but rather through
I'll
gross
say,
incompetence of
I
the
am
people
surprised there is
who
any evidence
burned
left.
the bag. But the findings are stunning. Today, I'm
How they
asking
have
the
the burn
Office of the
bags.
Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden, to fire those involved in the cover-up, and to file criminal charges, if appropriate, against these people. Yet concealing China's meddling was only the beginning. The third set of documents we are releasing proves that for many years, Americans were blatantly lied to about the security of our election infrastructure, including electronic voting machines and
Dominion?
ballot counting systems. Dishonest, almost all.
Didn't Fox
They're
News get sued for like
vulnerable and
$700
they're easily
million by
compromised,
Dominion?
and people within our government knew that.
For
Tonight,
claiming
we're
an election
publishing a
fraud?
series of
Yeah.
previously classified U.S.
Yeah,
intelligence
Tucker Carlson got booted.
and other
Um,
reports proving that
Pillow
our
Man,
has
Mike
long
Lindell
known
got sued. He's still in court.
extremely exposed to attack.
$787 million.
As one assessment states, we judge that the United States adversaries, including at a minimum Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, as well as non-state groups, have the capability to compromise U.S. election infrastructure. That's unquote, but that's some statement, isn't it? Made by supposedly great patriots of our country. The document
Jeez.
goes on to further state that, quote, we assess that centralized election-related data repositories, such as voter registration databases, poll books, and other official election websites, are most vulnerable to exploitation, and adversaries
Pass the
uses
SAVE Act.
access to these systems to disrupt election processes within the United States of America. Tonight, we're releasing all of those findings, and spanning from January 2020 to June 2026. This is a cyber threat aimed at the very heart of our democracy. Many people have questioned whether it could actually be possible to electronically manipulate
So-
vote totals or change election
Now
results.
I'm wondering what's the move in
Terrible
dropping
move.
this now?
Today, we are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained
Is this
reporting
to pressure the SAVE Act to get passed?
to a big number in favor of the corrupt Maduro regime in
You're muted, buddy.
Venezuela. And that's exactly
The SAVE
what
Act did just
happened,
go to the upper house,
conspiring
the
to
Senate as well.
digitally rig their
Um,
own country's elections.
So
in
it just
2020,
needs
and that's
50
what they
votes,
did.
and then
This
JD Vance will
reporting
sign it.
included precise details about methods
Can we
to
get breaking news on that today?
digitally alter vote totals in
So
ways
they did attach it to the spending bill then.
detected
Yes,
even
they
with
did.
an audit, no matter
Yeah.
how deep they went. This intelligence underscores why we must take.
So if
urgent
if
action
this
to
happens,
ensure
then
that
the
our
mail-in
own
ballots,
system
which
can
is
never,
what he's
ever be hacked
claiming
or
is
compromised like
yeah,
it was in the
compromised, then
The fourth set
okay.
of documents reveals that even when significant evidence of fraud has been detected, it has been buried and covered up. Among the disclosures tonight
Our
are
government would
FBI
never do
files
that.
detailing evidence of alleged fraud by a large-scale voter registration operation in Michigan. In 2020, Michigan State Police raided a
Shout out Nick
Democrat
Shirley. Shout out James
Out the
O'Keefe.
Vote organization,
Right.
corrupt group in Muskegon. And we're so concerned by what they found. They were just so concerned. They couldn't believe it, actually, that they contacted the FBI in Detroit. The documents state that some canvassers admitted to FBI agents that they signed voter registration forms in other people's names.
Paid with
Submitted
cigarettes.
fraudulent registration for people who
It's
did not
actually
exist
amazing
and
to
received
report
gift
on
cards
this,
tied to their
following
number
these
of
stories, and to
applications
see
that
the
they produced.
fruition.
In other words,
Independent
it was
journalists need to be
pay,
protected at all
play, and
costs.
cheat.
They
The
need
FBI agents
awards. They
working
need
on the
recognized.
case
I
believe that
mean,
crimes were committed, yet the Biden Department of
James
Justice
O'Keefe and Nick Shirley are
and killed him.
like the
Tonight,
best journalists of our generation
FBI
by far.
directed to
Making
ensure that the
massive
matter is
changes
fully
and
investigated
saving
and
taxpayers
to work with
billions
the
and
Department
billions of
Justice
dollars.
to prosecute those responsible for any crimes. Finally, to reveal just how vulnerable our elections continue to be, we are releasing the results of a stunning investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. According to the DHS review, state voter rolls and public records, they identified approximately 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections.
But wait a minute. Illegals aren't voting in our elections.
Share their voter files. The real number is actually much higher than that.
Yeah,
Yet,
that's insane.
Probably twice as high,
even
at least.
this limited analysis found more than 250,000 foreigners illegally registered to vote.
Get them out.
Put together, these disclosures reveal an election system so broken and so vulnerable that no one can possibly defend it. It is not defensible. Hundreds of millions of U.S. voter files
So
are
where are
in the
the
hands of
arrests?
foreign governments. Our machines and ballot counting systems are exposed to hacking and manipulation and corruption. China and other countries have been
I'm
trying
no
to
Luddite,
meddle in our
but
elections.
let's
Evidence of
just
fraud has been buried.
Do this by hand.
Hundreds of thousands of non-citizens and dead people are listed and active on the voter rolls, and yet we still have elections with
This is
no
all
voter
the stuff
ID,
we've been
no proof of
following, we've been seeing
citizenship,
reported.
and tens
We've been
of
sharing
millions of
to our
ballots floating
audiences.
aimlessly
Yep.
through the mail.
Literally,
watch
I
this
get
show,
like
One
as
example of the insanity.
all of the
California's
examples he's
recent
listing off, I'm like,
election
oh yeah, I saw
for
that
mayor
video.
of LA
Saw that
and
video.
governor was held on June 2nd, long time ago, but it was just completed a few days ago on July 10th. Think of that, much more than 1 month. Took a month to count the votes. I wonder what they were doing. This is worse than any
This is
third
the
world
Pratt.
country. There's no third world
Talking about the
country
Pratt,
that
California
has
one.
elections like we have.
Yeah.
In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what I
Yeah.
was doing because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is and they don't want to reveal it. They and others in the media are
They're
part of
scum.
a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the radical left. They can't have a great country, and that's
They
true.
are
You
the
can't
radical
have a
left.
great country without free and fair elections.
Yeah.
Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses. They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value
They should,
airways
really.
for absolutely no money. They pay nothing. All we want is honesty in our elections and honesty in reporting They pay nothing for
Simple ask.
multi-billion-dollar assets. Great damage has been done to our country.
Burn
Our
bags.
elections were left vulnerable,
That's my
being
favorite
rigged
part.
and stolen, and the trust of the American people was lost. This cannot be allowed to continue. Every American, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or otherwise, should be able to agree that we deserve the most
Democrats
secure,
will never
honest,
agree.
and fair election system anywhere in the world. Secure elections should be a partisan, really, we should be together. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, everybody.
Democrats be like,
It should
what
not
fraud?
be
I don't see no fraud.
It should cause to unite us, not to divide us. We should be a cause. We should be united, not divided. In light of the brand new and irrefutable information I have revealed tonight, my administration is in the process of notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the
Uh-oh.
People's
The
Republic
states don't
of
even know.
China and many others.
Civil
be
War.
To mitigate any harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again. Tomorrow, the Secretary of Homeland Security will hold a briefing to outline his department's recent work confirming cyber vulnerabilities in our electronic voting systems. They are bad.
Right.
In the process,
Write-in ballots only.
Governors, senators,
Handwritten
and
ballots. Every state.
Congress on potential issues. in
Still
their
won't take you
states.
30 days to count them.
If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we are committing to fix it. And we're also committing to be working with those states and local jurisdictions to help them fix and patch known technical vulnerabilities before the midterm elections. We have very important elections coming up. We want those elections, to be honest. I've also ordered DHS to notify every state about non-citizens on their voter rolls and direct them to remove all ineligible voters from the lists immediately.
How many blue states will
But
do
most
it?
importantly, addressing this crisis of election security demands that Congress must pass the Save America Act. How easy is that to do? Unless you want to cheat.
So easy.
The only reason you wouldn't do it is you want
Is it-
to cheat because your policies are so bad and your candidates are so pathetic that you can't get away or can't get
But
elected.
you got to look at your own party too, Trump.
This landmark bill requires that all voters must show photo voter ID. How simple is that? Could I have your photo, please? Photo voter ID. All voters must provide proof of
Can I have
citizenship.
your photo, please?
Are you a citizen of our country, please? And hopefully there will be no corrupt mail-in ballots, which if you watched California and so many other places, mail-in ballots are inherently corrupt. So you would have
Inherently.
no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel if you're going away on business or vacation. These reforms are
Seems
urgently
fair.
needed to stop the vulnerabilities that I've mentioned. To all Americans, I ask you to pick up your phone tomorrow, call your representatives in the House and Senate, and demand that they pass
Already
the
been doing
Save
that.
America Act without delay. Together, we will restore faith and confidence in our country, and we will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. First
Well-
of all, let's start at the beginning. He showed up only a couple minutes late,
Yeah. Went for about 25 minutes.
and didn't go for a whole hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. That was a very precise Trump speech there. If you've watched it with us, if you're watching with us, first of all, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Second of all, call in the show. I know we had a caller call in during the speech. I don't know if he was
For
aware
about
that
20 seconds. Yeah.
like after the speech, we'll take your calls. Yeah, the phone lines are open now. Link is pinned in our chats. And if you don't have that because you're watching on the vertical stream, I will put it up here for you. Boom, there is the link to call in. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to agree with us. But your thoughts on the speech. We want to hear them. Alex, what immediately jumps out at you?
If I'm Fox News and I'm down 787 million from being sued from something Trump just dug back up and said, no, actually, here's the proof of what Fox News was saying. I'm calling my lawyers pretty quickly here and seeing what can be done about this.
Yes, like
yeah, because there was no evidence before. Now there's evidence, at least that's what Trump said. So it's not defamatory, it's not slander, it's not libel. This is real. This happened.
Right. This is now like there's documents. How many Democrats, how many liberals out there are going to look at those documents and say, there's nothing in here. There's no these documents. There's nothing in these documents.
Yeah. The same liberals who will go up to you or people on the street, be like, let's do an IQ test. Did Joe Biden win a free and fair election in 2020?
They love doing that content, don't they?
Yes, they do.
That is their favorite thing to do. And if I'm now, I know Mike Lindell's caught up in a bunch of other stuff, but the MyPillow guy had to pay $2.3 million to Dominion.
They got caught up in the lawsuit too, huh?
Yeah, he got caught up in the lawsuit too.
Yep, he's calling his lawyers.
Yep, I'm getting that money back and then some. Public apologies. Give me my 2.3. Add 20% interest on top of that, and we'll call it a day, maybe. But yeah, public apologies across the board. Is anybody? Because he said, the Department of Homeland Security is going to be given, their briefings tomorrow, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think we see any arrests?
I don't know, because it's hard. Like, even if there are compromised people within the U.S. that made this happen, it still is possible that it was just neglect and incompetence, and that people in another country are doing all of the actual fraud.
That could be, yes.
It could be very hard to link that to actual government officials who have benefited from this fraud or any other bad actors. For sure. Because you got guys like Epstein, and that there are guys who, like Epstein was the money hider, right? Like he could move funds anywhere, however, like that's what he was talented at. So that he's not the only one who has that talent. There's other people helping these people move money and hide money. And so if you got paid from China, like good luck tracing it. I can see that. Also, we're not going to go to war with China. Like that's just, even if they nobody wants that. China doesn't want that.
I can't remember what the number he said. How many voters' data they purchased? Like what do you say?
Tens of millions
of voters' data. So that means mine and your data could be over. It's probably already in China's hands anyway. But let's be honest. I mean, they're sending mayors over here to get elected, which we've covered on this show. CCP is literally in our government winning elections. But yeah, you're not going to go to war.
Followed closely by the DSA.
Right. So what do you do? This is definitely 100,000 times bigger than Russia. Like whatever bot farms that Russia created to influence the election pale in comparison to this. How Patriot with a fact check. Lindell actually paid $2 million to a former Dominion employee for calling him a traitor, not the company himself. I gotcha. Well, that's a little harder to prove.
Well, was he a traitor?
Was he a traitor? Right. Because if he was, maybe I'm countersuing.
Yeah, no, I think there's now Trump did give us enough and he pointed us in a direction, but That's all he gave us. So if there's nothing actually there, then there's some issues. So I'm excited to see what comes out of this. Let me go ahead and check out White House. Not that we could probably even look through all of it now, but
Well, you also got to think every influencer in America just watched that. Did anybody go through the files yet? It's possible that we'll by what is it 9:30 by 10:30. Here I did find something. Let me share. I know we want to make fun of white liberal women, and we will get back to that, folks. We will get back to making fun of white liberal women, but we do got to cover what was just discussed on the show. What is going on with my?
Yep, I see some stuff now too, but not much.
Before presenting.
Okay. Yep, there's a whole page now. It's whitehouse.gov/election-integrity. That the one you have?
No, I found there was a reporter here. And I don't know if this is true, but she says the China election interference documents.
No, that's
still highly
joke.
censored. This got to be a
That's
joke.
a troll. Come on.
Daily Wire reposted it though, right? But Daily Wire is also known for their jokes, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can't trust nothing anymore.
So yeah, what do you got?
All right, this is whitehouse.gov/election-integrity. Vulnerabilities in electronic voting and ballot counting systems, China's acquisition and exploitation of American voter data, Michigan voter registration investigation, and non-citizens on state voter rolls. Which one you want to do first?
Oh man, we cover
China.
We cover I was going to say China or immigrants because that's what we cover the most.
Come on, what's this pop-up ad? I can't even get.
You got to buy the Trump coin, bro.
Dude, anyone wants my phone number? I just leaked my phone number.
Okay, Lindell. Okay, so Lindell wasn't.
I can't even read this.
No, I mean his name was okay. All right, let me try and recover myself here because it's making me sound like Mike Lindell. Nothing happened to this guy because of Patriot fact checking. Dominion and Lindell settled their dispute with each paying their own legal costs with the lawsuit dismissed. However, Mike Lindell lost a large chunk of the stores that he was able to sell My Pillows in, and now very few stores will carry a My Pillow
because of that lawsuit.
Yeah.
Forget how crazy election fraud made.
Now how Patriots about to come in and be like, Mike Lindell recovered all of his stores. He's doing great.
That's hilarious. All right. All right, right here. There's a whole zip file.
Oh, jeez. Boy, we can't go through the whole zip file. Let's see how many documents are actually in the zip.
Election. All right, so I'll show you. But let me pull this. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in this one zip file.
Okay.
And it's CIA notes, Venezuela machines.
So you were
Intel.
right.
Yep. CIA wire memo, summer 2020. Wow. So this is a document from. All right, let me open this one too. So this, can you see this?
All right, I've been redeemed. Lindell's still banned from any stores. Okay. You might want to full screen it.
Okay. So wire is, I'm guessing, some form of internal communication system for the CIA. And this was back in 2020. This says July 2020, July 1st.
Okay.
China cyber activities probably prelude to election espionage. China is probing the presidential campaign for opportunities to tailor collection and gather insight on policy positions on U.S.-Chinese issues. As the 2020 election approaches, I'm trying to find the juicy stuff here.
It's like, how do we know what the
Google
juicy
and the FBI both briefed campaign officials on the Chinese cyber operations shortly after discovering this activity. Google officials have publicly stated that the spear phishing attempts were unsuccessful. So they were trying to phish. So as the 2020 election approaches, the IC has detected Chinese state-sponsored cyber actors targeting the former vice president's presidential campaign. So it's targeting Joe Biden. Yeah, former vice president. That's Joe Biden's.
Yeah, probably to gather intelligence that could enable future operations. The first instance this election cycle that we have seen them directly targeting a U.S. presidential candidate.
Sorry, my kids are down here.
No worries.
Chinese. Yeah. All right. So I mean, I don't know exactly. They need to develop malware to gain undetected access to the victim's machine. Basically, they were phishing. You know what phishing is?
Yeah, that's where it's like, hey, click on this link, and then as soon as you do, your computer's infected, right?
Yeah, and it's like click on this link, and it looks like you're logging into Facebook, but really you're giving your password to somebody.
Never happened to me.
Yeah, this is way too much to go through right now. But basically, oh, look, this is what you do actually, right? With something like this. Hold on 1 second.
Are you going to control F it?
No, we're going to do this. Download that. Click.
You're going to put it in Claude, huh?
ChatGPT, but yeah.
Okay.
My Claude subscription right now is precious. All right, I can't waste any of those tokens.
Give me the juicy stuff, AI. Tell me.
Yes, this is how you run a professional show.
Exactly. Because folks, we don't have 4 hours to spend with you. We need to get the juicy stuff ASAP.
Oh, my computer is struggling right now.
All right, Alex. Well, you are putting that in there. Does Trump still love him?
China. I love him.
I don't know. I don't know that he is loving China at this moment in time.
No, he is. I don't think so.
I should have got on there with you and went through the illegal immigrants one as well. But I mean, you saw like the lead up to this has been going on since when did we do January, like January 1st, January 2nd,
Yeah.
whenever we did our first January show, it was like right after the new year, it was right after the new year. And we went through, and that's when we first started covering Nick Shirley. We've covered James O'Keefe, and we've covered both of them constantly busting election fraudsters just over and over again. And finally, we have this. Now, what will be the end result of this is, that speech, fine. It was a fine speech. It revealed information that is now factual about the election integrity of this country. But if nothing happens, if the SAVE Act doesn't get passed, if people don't get arrested, what is the point of any of this?
Yeah, I mean,
just to let us know, but we already knew. Like those of us with brains already knew this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. What can they do? Like I said earlier, like how are they gonna connect these people?
Well, I think the SAVE Act being passed would be a huge win. I think the only other thing you could do, I know he's already said that he wants the Supreme Court to revisit birthright citizenship, but I feel like you almost got to have them revisit the mail-in ballots one too, and present this evidence. Like, why wasn't this evidence given to the lawyers fighting for Trump's executive orders? Did we just get this? I don't know. Like, there's got to be something positive that comes out of this, or we will lose faith in our elections. People will stop voting. America will get worse because of that. And I mean, I can't help but see a road to civil war, Alex. I don't know about you.
Stop blackpilling. All right, come on. I know it's easy.
It's
I know
easy.
It feels
it's easy
good
to blackpill.
sometimes. It feels like the only logical solution.
You know what? I will. Let's see. What can I do live on this show in celebration if they pass the Save America Act? What's something that I was going to say? I'll do a backflip live on air, but I don't think I can pull that off at 40 years old.
You can do a backflip.
I can't do a back. Maybe I can do a what do you call it? A roundhouse? Is that what? No, that's not called a round. Is it called a roundhouse? Where you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's a roundhouse.
That's a roundhouse. I could probably do a roundhouse.
Yeah, there you go.
Live on air, I will do a roundhouse.
360 running roundhouse. Is that what you said?
A 360 running roundhouse. And hopefully I don't break my knees. But yeah, I have to do something special if they pass it.
Shave your head. I will shave with you.
Shave heads live on air.
Head and eyebrows.
Oh, I gotta teach class at church. I don't know if I can do the eyebrows. You get to hide in the back and clean the cars, my friend.
True.
But I could do head. I could do head easy. That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that live on air.
So I uploaded all of these documents to Claude, and I said summarize and highlight. So we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
You want to play some more of those funny videos we got real quick while we wait for it?
Yeah, man. Let's get back to making fun of white liberal women. You want to shoot me in the face? We watched that one. Let's see.
We did watch that one.
Here in the private chat. Shoot me in the face. Mom Donnie. We got a Mom Donnie video you got here.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Mom Donnie has a friend.
I already like it. You got it pulled up. Okay, good.
Our city is turning the corner on tenant power. When we organize,
Why is he smiling like that? What a weirdo.
Dude, I'll show you an even weirder video after this if you want to see of him talking.
Yeah.
we win
A
results.
smile.
The Mamdani administration is emboldening us so that we no longer tolerate the violence of evictions as a matter of business as usual.
Violence of evictions? Like,
Yeah.
pay
How
your
dare you?
rent. How dare you not pay your rent?
My landlord owns dozens of buildings,
And
but
Wow.
he is not a
for
steward
him.
of the public trust. In fact, it is the opposite. Our
how do you know, lady? You probably put more into this economy than you ever will, you leech.
All right, I'm
My
gonna
goodness.
give you. You gotta watch this. You gotta pull this one up. It's so strange.
Okay. What an awkward way to handle being pressed. Mom Donnie is a weird
What do
guy.
DEI policies mean?
Everybody is bullshit. I know. I hope deep. I know you got to do the bullshit for everybody around here, but I hope deep inside your listen to me. I hope deep inside your heart, under all the bullshit, I hope you really give a fuck. Everybody is bullshit.
What a weirdo.
Right?
I know. Like, what are you talking
Not
about?
for you.
Like, this dude's angry. What an awkward way to, yeah. Wait, you did call that, dude. Yeah, I'll give that a like for you.
Dude, it was so strange.
What a weirdo. What a weirdo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got all right, so man, what do white liberals, what they can't help themselves, they just love doing it, and they think that it makes that they're fighting the power when they do that. What do you think it is that they love doing more than anything, besides yelling at ICE agents, besides leaving their husbands for their boyfriends? What do white liberals love to do, Alex?
Protect illegal alien Tomos.
What do they love doing besides that?
Dancing.
Yes, they love to dance, my friend. And not only do they love to dance, they love to spend your tax money to do it. Now, I'm going to play this video. This is a city government putting on this show. And I want you to guess how much money they spent on this event.
Oh my goodness.
City officials.
Okay.
How much
All
do you
right.
think
So
they
I'm going to
spent on this?
say there's like 10 tables, 80 people. So it should cost anywhere from like 5 to 10 grand, depending on how fancy you want it to be. Right.
Okay.
Like
Chat,
if I were
do
to
you have...
throw this for my friends, that's what I would expect to pay. Right.
Okay. That's a reasonable amount, I suppose. You know, a private venue, 8 to 10 tables, maybe some food, some entertainment. Yes, reasonable amount would be about 10 grand or so. But if you are in the government of Cary, you spent $121,314. North Carolina, what are you doing?
So either somebody's pockets got greased or everybody was wasted in that open bar.
Right.
Bill.
121,000 in taxpayer dollars to put on the Dancing Queen show. Now, Alex, this video, it's not necessarily funny, but go ahead.
So, like, do they just have their friends as vendors and be like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be like 5 grand for food"? Like, okay, yeah, 40 grand for food, no problem. Like, how do they end up at 125? That doesn't make any sense,
Dude, that is a great. In fact, let me give you a real life example of the confusion at local city governments and just the complete obliviousness to getting quotes. For some reason, okay, so in my city, the sound system is so bad and old or something that like you can't they have a hard time turning their microphones on because it goes woo, it makes that noise every time they do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so sometimes they can't even do the YouTube feed because the sound is so bad.
Wow.
So city council passed an ordinance to buy a new sound system. We got to have sound. The people that watch on YouTube got it, and plus you can't hear them up on the stage. Like they need microphones. We need a new sound system. Okay, so a new sound system. Alex, you're a young techie guy. How much would you pay for a sound system?
A new
for an
sound system
auditorium.
for what?
An auditorium.
For an auditorium. How big is the auditorium?
It's like a high school
people, 200
gym.
people.
It's smaller than a amount of people. I would say it could fit 200 people.
Okay. Honestly, I don't know. I would expect like 6, 7, 8 grand.
Guess how much they paid?
25.
$28,000, bro.
Yeah. That's I mean, you could literally do it for like $1,000 if you set it up yourself.
Probably.
Yeah.
So like, what are you? And I wasn't even. I'm gonna raise a stink about it because I'm like, there's no way it costs $28,000 for a freaking sound system.
It's speakers, microphone, and running wire.
At least, okay. Crinkle Hand says at least $10,000 for a 200-seat auditorium. Okay, 10,000. I would be okay with that. I would not raise a stink about that. But there's no way it costs $28,000 for a 200-seat auditorium. It's crazy. It's crazy.
All right. So there's 4 different zip files, by the way.
Okay.
Those,
for those of you just joining
categories.
us, we watched Trump's speech live. The whitehouse.gov has files, a file release of election fraud. Alex took those files and put them in our good friends at AI, and now he's looking for the good stuff. The meat of the files is going to get pulled. So did you find anything, Alex?
Yeah, so here we go. Document by document highlights. So this is the CISA election report. Basically from 2019 to 2024, every product and network examined, these are election machines, had vulnerabilities, meaning
every single one.
Validation bugs, insecure cryptography, privilege escalation, race conditions. These are all different vulnerabilities to get information out of a system. Certification rules block patching. Some states mandate no patches for months before an election. So systems run with known unpatched vulnerabilities for months or years.
Wow. That's great. That's crazy. Literally 100% of them had vulnerabilities.
And they've figured out a way to alter the barcode on ballots without physical access to them.
Wow. That's crazy.
Let's see here. Venezuela / Smartmatic. I see reporting from 2004 to 2020. Chavez and Maduro had sustained intent and likely some capability to manipulate electronic voting in Venezuela via Smartmatic technology. A 2004 report said Chavez wanted to prevent a sitting U.S. president's re-election. Was that Bush Sr. in 04?
Wow. 2004 Junior.
Junior, wow. Okay. So they wanted to prevent because he was going to war with everybody, maybe. I don't know. All the oil in the Middle East.
Maybe. But now, like you said, the name Maduro, I'm like, so when they snatched him up, like he's probably in there singing like a canary.
And do you remember all the Trump haters? And I don't even know if I believed it at the time, to be honest. And I love Trump, but saying, oh, Trump's not playing 4D chess. That's ridiculous. Why would he go? He just wants to swing his you-know-what around. That's why he went into Venezuela. He just wants to be a bully.
Turns out, actually, he gave us good intel that probably led to these report releases.
Turns out when the guy's right and you say he's crazy and you don't believe him, he just, instead of seething out loud, he just quietly gets real angry and then kidnaps presidents of other countries to prove that he's right.
Hey, that's a weird way to prove that you're right, but at least you were right, okay? Because that could have went way south if you had not been right.
Yeah, so he pulled up on Maduro. He said, let's make a deal. Spill the beans. And I won't kill you and your family.
Yeah, I won't put you in Guantanamo.
Yeah, I won't send you to El Salvador in the torture prison. 2012, sources reported plans to deploy pre-programmed machines.
Wow.
This is in Venezuela. Okay. Whew. I mean,
I was about to
300 voting centers for a 1.5 million vote margin. Chavez won by 1.6 million and allegedly congratulated this team. 2020 reporting described a virtual machine technique to replicate and overwrite vote hash files while evading audits.
Wow.
And this information was withheld from Trump as he's trying to say the election was stolen. And everybody else was telling him, you just want to be Big Papa fascist.
That's insane. That passes audits. Like, how good is your technology that you can't be found in an audit?
Yeah, I mean,
that's wild. That's wild.
This is before AI, mind you. So with the
before the public had AI.
Yeah, and honestly, before like the AI as a technology has always been around, but the chatbot and the agent features that are around were not around, and they were really kind of found by accident. When they released ChatGPT, they did not think anything of it. They were just like trying different things, and they're like, "Oh, this might be cool." Yeah, and it just blew up, obviously. But let's get back there's a lot here, man. And this is just one of the zip files, mind you.
Jeez. Give us the
yeah, I'll
Reader's
give you-
Digest. Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
Do you want to get to this caller?
Oh, there's a caller here.
Yeah, we got a caller.
Yeah, let's do it.
called in. Let's bring Patrick up to the stage. Patrick, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing this evening?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm just curious where the arrests are.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Alex told me to stop being so black-pilled, but yeah, I'm with you. Like, this information should lead to arrests or something. Like, there has to be something that comes of this, or what's the point?
Yeah,
the point?
I mean, like you would think there would be like a DOJ press conference right after his speech that's like announcing like major indictments at least, you know, like, but there's like, it's just, here's some more files, and it's like, okay. And I think one of them you were referring to happening in like 2004, and it's just like, okay, like how long are we going to dwell on this and just like, I mean, and just move on? But like, where are the rest at this point?
Alex, you're muted, by the way.
Sorry, I was yelling at my children. Yeah, it looks like after I just did some more searching, there's at least in the documents I just reviewed here, there doesn't seem to be any actual evidence that any U.S. election outcome was changed or that any system was hacked. Basically, he's just saying, at least in these documents, that there were major vulnerabilities known in these systems, and the president was told that there wasn't, and this information was withheld from him. I think that's what the whole thing was about tonight.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's like, it's just a waste of time, isn't it, at this point? I mean, to address, I mean, to have a primetime address like this,
Right.
you know, like, well, what is the point? Like, I mean, to rehash the 2020 election?
I'm optimistic that maybe this will convince some people to pressure their senators to pass the SAVE Act attached to the NDAA. Maybe. I mean,
Well,
that would be a good outcome.
That's also another interesting thing to me is like, you know, you speak about all this like election interference, and then it's Republicans in the House that control the House. It's Republicans that control the Senate. It's Republican, or it's a conservative leaning Supreme Court, and it's Trump in the White House, and he has control of practically everything at this point, it seems like, and he can't pass legislation.
Yeah, I mean, when you got Republicans who hate Trump in the Senate that keep getting reelected, they're gonna hamstring them. And you got senators that are their terms are done for. They can't run for reelection, so they're like probably gonna just big middle finger to Trump on their way out, because a lot of Republicans don't like Trump.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, it's usually, I mean, in polling data, especially in like your in the Republican primaries, it was only like 30 to 40% of the Republican base that was like, you know, a diehard Trump supporter, and then everybody just kind of like, you know, went with the flow after he was the, you know, after he became the candidate, right? But again,
well, I'm talking about the elected officials. There's a lot of Republican elected officials who don't like Trump.
Yeah, but I mean, he creates his own enemies too. Like, I mean, he has a current senator in Texas of all places, like that it's a safe play. Like, you don't have to play hardball with the senator from Texas, right? And what does he do? He goes and backs the other guy, and if for however long, he's created an enemy in the Senate. Like, he can't get anything done with that senator now. I mean, if you were that senator, would you want to work with Trump?
I would be hesitant for sure.
Yeah, and he's done that to how many senators? Like, you know, and for all, I didn't really see much that Senator Cornyn, yeah, the one from Texas, like, he didn't go up against Trump that much. Like, he was pretty much a guaranteed vote for any Trump legislation. I don't understand, like, it's these thought processes that, like, you speak to like 4D chess and whatnot. And I'm just like, is this guy even playing checkers right now?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to take the 4D chess route because being wrong when
Well,
you take that
everybody
route,
says it
you kind of
also.
face plant. Yeah.
Yeah. And like this Iran war is like a complete like face plant. I mean, it's just like, it's like,
But at the time, people were saying maybe Trump is playing some sort of 4D chess here for the Venezuelan voting systems to get access to this information. Did you remember hearing those rumors when he first got Maduro?
y'all have been like that with everything Trump does. So it's like y'all
Well,
like a
I'm just
broken
saying,
clock
they were
is
right
like
that time.
good. Yeah, but a broken clock's right twice a day too, you know? So I
Right.
mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard. Like if like you're just like constantly like praising Trump, right? Where it's like, to me, a little bit unhealthy, right? But you're doing that, and then like whenever he fucks up, y'all are like, yeah, whatever, and move on. But he did this great thing, and you point over to like border crossings, right? Like that's always where it seems like the conversation goes back to, and then it's like, okay, but like you got one thing, and everything else is kind of going to shit. And this guy makes a primetime address about the 2020 election.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still a very important topic, especially with he did mention the Spencer Pratt race. There's been also a lot of independent journalists looking into election fraud in California and other places. So I do think it's relevant to the cultural theme of the moment. I mean, we're coming up on a midterm election. We have
Even the California
definitely
claim,
relevant.
you know, even with the California claim, like really, like you think California, the majority of Californians are voting for Trump and Republicans. Like at the end of the day, if there is even some level of voter fraud, which I'm fine with saying, but like you can't tell me,
because we did see the evidence like right in front of our face.
but like,
right?
what is the percentage point here of like overall votes that are
that's
submitted?
a fair question.
I mean, and I don't think we're even at 1%. Like, I never met anybody that's like, "Hey, I'm going to go commit voter fraud." You know?
Well, yeah,
it's not like
I
that's a
mean,
conversation people
yeah.
bring up at bars. I mean,
Well, I know, but like, I've never seen someone commit voter fraud. Like, I've never known anybody in my life to be,
I've never
commit.
seen someone smoking crystal meth, but that doesn't mean that people
But
aren't smoking crystal meth.
you've known people that get arrested or have OD'd from drugs or something along those lines, right? Like,
but I've known people who've been arrested for fraud and things,
but not for voter
fraud.
fraud. But you really know somebody that's been arrested for voter fraud?
Personally,
no. It's not.
But we did see
people.
A lady in
Right.
California got arrested for voter fraud for registering her dog to vote, and she got caught. And the dog voted, cast a ballot, and that ballot counted. And regardless of the fact that she got sent to jail for it, that vote still counted towards the election. That vote wasn't taken back.
And she was an idiot, but like, I mean, there's not that many cases of this happening. Like, I was like, I would have to. I mean, we could all agree it's not 1% of the vote that's fraudulent, right?
Well, I wouldn't have evidence to say that it is 1% or more.
I mean, but if it was
that doesn't mean it is
1% of the vote was fraudulent, that would be truly alarming, right?
Well, you also have states where basically fraud is legal. Let's go to California again, for instance, where to prove that you are who you say you are, all you have to do is, the evidence is just trust me, bro.
But they figured out about the dog and arrested the lady about the dog, right?
Sure.
I mean, so there's ways that they can investigate and find voting fraud. I mean, but then again,
and if you're not investigating,
no, it seems like there's investigating. I mean, I don't know where y'all are from, but like pretty much everywhere I've ever lived, like there's a registration process, right? That you have to like submit information to get registered to vote, right? And depending on state, it depends on what that information is that you need to submit in order to be registered to vote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How much fraud is happening with that?
With like people registering who shouldn't or
Right.
shouldn't be able to.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know that we have much evidence for large scale.
But like, if you were to like, Yeah, right. But that's like kind of the starting point, right? Of like if there was like voter fraud that was happening at a massive scale that requires primetime address to basically make us focus in on, we should have a lot more data on this, right?
Well, there is one aspect, and that's the thing is he's announcing investigations, right? Like this is similar to when he pulled funding from Minnesota and he launched investigations there, and arrest didn't come till much later.
Yeah, but like there's been voter fraud investigations that have happened throughout all administrations, right? I mean, he got elected under Biden controlling the voting system, right? And y'all would probably say Biden was like senile and asleep at the wheel, right? And yet
Yeah,
somehow
you would too, right?
I don't think that's necessarily the case.
Oh, come on, man.
But the point I'm making here is pretty relevant in that there was somebody asleep at the wheel, and yet Trump got elected and all the Republicans got elected. So if there is this massive fraud that happened under the most senile president in history, right? And it got Trump and Republicans elected, do you not see the equation that's happening right in front of you there?
I do think that it's a fair argument to make, but I do see the other side of
But
Trump
Democrats be in power right now?
highlighted election fraud during this third run, right?
But
you
should
can't, you can't convince
because-
me. You can't convince me that mail-in ballots are not ripe with fraud. Can't convince me of that.
But
because that's
Republicans
that was the other
got
thing I was saying.
elected.
Yes,
If it's
This
ripe
is
with
with-
fraud, then the percentage point would be on Republicans
But
committing
here's
most of
the
the
thing.
fraud here by just general statistics, right?
let me
If
ask you
we're-
this though:
Mm-hmm.
is it possible that a massive amount of fraud was committed on the Democratic side, and yet Trump still won?
I mean, if that's the logic here, man, I mean,
It is logically possible, but even more than logically possible, it's actually plausible. If there was a margin of, say, 10 million votes that were faked, Trump could have still won by 10 million votes.
It's true.
Yeah, but how many votes would have been fraudulent for Trump then? You're saying zero of the fraudulent
No,
votes?
of course
would have
it's
been
not
for Trump?
zero.
Right. So like we would see some level of proportionality when it comes to these like statistics. Like when you do look at like actual voter fraud, it's pretty much like, I'm not going to say split down the middle, but it's a hit and miss as to like when it's a Republican getting caught and when it's a Democrat getting caught. So it's like, it's not like it's just like leans all the way to one side. So if we do have this massive fraud that's happening it's going to be on both sides. So Trump, in order to get elected, had to have massive fraud happen according to this logic
No,
of
that doesn't follow.
voting fraud happening. Yeah.
No, that doesn't follow. Just
no.
because there is voter fraud doesn't mean that
but it's proportional
the fraud won.
to both
It
sides.
doesn't have to be proportional.
Yeah, who said it has to be proportional?
All the okay, where are you what statistics are we going to look at that show that there's like a disproportionate amount of voting fraud that happens on left-wing sides?
Exactly. We don't have that information.
Right. You're not presenting any
Okay.
evidence either.
No, we do. We have arrest records when it comes to this stuff, right? We have actual indictments. It gets back to the main point in why I called, where's the arrest? Where's the indictments? Right? There's plenty, like we can at least like when again, and it gets back to the whole concept of like who commits
Let me ask you this:
election
if there
fraud.
was an arrest, would you believe it? If there were
It-
arrests,
Yeah, if there was, I mean, well, you have to be indicted, right? Because we've already seen how some of these indictments and arrests have gone for Trump and his DOJ, right? And then, yeah, you do have to be convicted in front of a jury of your peers, right? And you're innocent until proven guilty. But there's no steps right now being taken against anybody, any organization, anything along those lines from Trump's DOJ against voter fraud. Can y'all point to me on that? Like some massive like indictments that came down? If this is such a huge issue, where are the indictments?
again, it doesn't. It can both be a huge issue and not come with any indictments. This in the case of Minnesota with the fraud there.
Yeah, but this
there
is fraud. This is criminal
That-
activity, right?
and so it
that
was
that
Minnesota.
historically has been like prosecutors have been able to point in like connect the dots in front of juries. They when it comes to these matters, because it's a pretty like obvious crime once you're caught, right? Like
So what
again, like who commits this crime kind of thing.
Well, there are other ways to commit election fraud. Like I was reading from the papers, apparently from these CIA notes, there was the ability to actually change vote hashes in the system. So just change numbers.
Look, I'm not going to say that there's like I would love to see like if the IRS could take our taxes online and go through that whole process. I don't know if you ever verified yourself with the IRS to get access to their backs end, right? Like if we could do that, okay, and vote online like that and have our own track record, like or do that with our taxes, right? I don't understand why we can't vote online, right? And be able to like keep track of our actual vote, because yeah, there's a lot of things that I think could be streamlined.
You think they keep track of tax reports?
Oh yeah, I mean they like you have logs to your tax transcripts, so you could at least see like your previous year's transcripts, and then you can like I mean I think it would be nice to at least see like, hey, I voted for this, and at least they're confirming that I did vote for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I just information gets lost and altered all the time in the IRS.
Okay.
We don't want that with our elections.
Yeah. So again, it gets.
So I think we need to be Luddites in these matters.
Yeah, but but in order to like set a precedent here, you have to start indicting people. Where are the indictments?
I agree with you there. I want to see some indictments myself. I think every Trump fan wants to see indictments as well. We've been calling for it since he got elected.
Yeah.
What do you think Trump's motive is here?
Oh man, he's got some really bad poll numbers right now in front of him, and he knows he's about to like lose it, like, and it's going to be like it's already a standstill. Like he can't get crap done right now. So like when Democrats come into it and they're factored into having both the House and the Senate, right? And with his popularity numbers at really historical lows, like this is kind of an interesting midterms. Like this is like truly like he has to be seen as some internal data that is just showing like it's going to be bad for him when it comes to losing the House and the Senate. And if that happens, he knows it's investigation after investigation after investigation. So yeah, and there's plenty to investigate with this guy.
So now, but here's the thing: you gave me a story, and we could assume it's true. But what's the motive? Do you think then for Trump doing this?
Also,
if he can,
just real quick, I don't see that Trump's approval ratings are at historic lows right now.
He's not. He's definitely like one of the least popular presidents going.
His approval improved slightly from deep lows in May.
Okay.
For what it's worth, the prediction markets are heavily favoring Democrats when it comes to
this is like,
for sure.
If we just look at the track record on the special elections as any indicator as to what's possibly happening in the actual midterms, like especially with this war continuing, if gas prices just teeter a little bit, and I don't know where you guys are at, but it's $4.50 for diesel right where I'm at. You know, and I feel like I got a pretty decent deal in diesel right now, and it's like, but if it like,
the average voter doesn't know anything about Iran or any of this stuff. They're looking at the gas tanks for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, the more that number increases for Trump, like the worse his outcomes are in the actual midterm elections, and things have really not gotten better to what, you know, for what he promised going into his presidency. Granted, I knew like going into it, like he wasn't going to be able to achieve a lot of what he did, but like, or what he was saying he was going to do. But like, it's been like it's just like him shooting himself in his foot like every other day, it seems like at this point.
Well, I mean, I'll you know, we may disagree, but I think the border is a huge win. I think the big, beautiful bill, a lot of the stuff in that was a big win. You know, spent no tax on tips, the Trump accounts. I mean, my daughter has $1,000 in her savings account right now. She was born.
Yeah.
That stuff is amazing.
The thing about it is the only thing that he has legislatively done right now is the tax bill. And all of the other things can either be rolled back, changed, or something along those lines. I don't understand. Well, I do understand.
Borders,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he's not getting legislation passed. And if he was so popular, if these policies were so popular, they should be getting passed.
I'm telling you, it's the Republican elected officials that hate Trump that are hamstringing it. They could pass it. They could have, they're not going to, because we got too many rhinos in there. It's an unfortunate thing, but Patrick, dude, we did enjoy having you call in, my friend. Make sure
It was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a good conversation,
I appreciate
man.
you coming in.
Do appreciate it.
Awesome. Adios, guys.
Have
Take
a good
care.
day, man. Peace.
Shout out to Patrick. Thank you for calling in. Like I said, friend or foe, you don't have to agree with our opinions to call in. We were nice guys, right? We didn't, we're not
That was a
chopping
great
anyone's head off.
conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate the temperament from Patrick.
For sure. Absolutely. 100%. But yeah, so Alex, all right, where do you want to take the show now? Because we never started the show this early, right? So because we had to cover the Trump thing live. I got plenty of liberals we can roast. I do have plenty of stories too we can get to. I know we got quite a few news headlines besides this one that we can cover. Where do you want to head?
Well, how about I just run through just like 3 more minutes of some highlights I found in the documents, see if there's anything there.
Do it.
Before I do that, I was really interested in trying to get. He didn't quite answer it directly.
Oh, by the way, yeah, sorry.
His
Real quick,
motive.
Ohio Patriot did fact check. Cornyn wasn't guaranteed vote for Trump. He is a Thun goon. I will agree that he is a Thun goon. So who knows how he would have done in the Senate if Cornyn.
Because it seemed like me that Patrick was saying that the motive here must be then, if it's not about election fraud and it's some psyop,
Right.
then it must be he's going to try to like strong arm the voting in the elections and call in martial laws. I was trying to get to see if Patrick would go down that road, because that's kind of what would need to be implied if it's not actually about election integrity.
Right. No, I can see that. And he is, I think, honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Republicans do need to strong arm a little bit as far as the redistricting goes. If they want any hope of retaining at least the Senate, I hope this redistricting stuff plays out in their favor. Shame on Indiana for not redistricting their state, because we could have had even more. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen is, and Tim Pool had mentioned this, that like we're just going to redistrict ourselves into a situation where elections are predictable. And what's the point? Because the districts are all carved out in such a way that like it is what it is. So I don't know. We're headed down a weird. We live in a weird timeline, my friend.
We made a system and now we're exploiting it on both sides.
That's crazy. Oh, shout out to
one of the
fathers who didn't have the
most explosive items in the documents that was found. The FBI Albany IIR, which is some sub-organization of the FBI.
Yeah.
In late August 2020, an FBI source reported the PRC, I forget what that is, I think Chinese, plan to mass produce fake U.S. driver's licenses so Chinese sympathizers could cast tens of thousands of fraudulent mail-in votes for Joe Biden.
Wow. So it doesn't say that that's what they did. That's what they tried to do. Is that?
Yeah, it was averted.
It was averted. Okay.
But it was kept under wraps. That was the whole point of Trump's speech tonight, is that information he was asking for that was specifically and politically relevant, he was not getting as the sitting president during the election.
Yeah, that is kind of screwed up for sure.
Yeah, and because Trump could have actually like used this information in court, I'm sure.
I maybe a federal judge would have looked at that information and actually let some of the lawsuits go through, because some of these election results were challenged and the courts just threw them out. So maybe if this information was known, they wouldn't have thrown them out. I don't know. A lot of funny things going on in the year of the lockdown.
Yeah. So basically, the
I think Ohio Patriots like way behind. Time to hang up. Yeah, we did hang up on him. We hung up on him. Well, we ended cordially, I should say. We didn't hang up on him.
last thing about these documents, the alien voter registration summary that they put out says 28,000 non-citizen registrants and 400,000 deceased ones.
Wow. 400,000 dead people registered to vote.
Registered to vote. Yep. In California, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Nevada.
Not surprised at California. Not surprised at Pennsylvania. New Jersey. I don't know much about New Jersey, but the Sopranos are from there, so it sounds about right.
Yeah. So basically, voter registration data has been compromised in the tens of millions. And
which is
the
why you
CIA
Yep.
and FBI hid this information from the sitting president as he was actively asking for it, which was extremely relevant to his political campaign.
Extremely relevant, and it's just crazy that it kind of. I mean, as if we needed more evidence for the deep state, right? Because who really runs the country?
Deep state? They've got burn bags.
They got burn bags. A lot of administration, a lot of evidence that it is government administrations that are really running the country behind the scenes and not our elected officials. That, I think, is another scary thing that's brought up by this whole thing, is that, like, okay, if you can just hide information from the president, what does Congress really know?
Seriously.
like what does my congressman from the 8th district in Ohio, what the heck does he possibly know? It's gotta break up, and that is why for those of you who know who Bill Pulte is, this guy that Trump just hired, he is on a firing extravaganza. And if he can cut the government deep state in half just with firings, that'll be a win.
Yes, it will be.
But this election coming up, man, it's going to be scary. It's going to be a scary midterm.
Yeah,
we should probably go
let's look
live
at the
on election
markets.
Now, the prediction markets, though they are pretty accurate, I wouldn't say the prediction markets are always accurate.
No, they're not gospel. Not at all.
Definitely
Especially with stuff like this where you can't have insider information out. The results are not determined yet. Because prediction markets, honestly, a lot of the times benefit, obviously not for the people losing money, but they benefit from insider trading.
Yeah.
Because it gets tipped so far in one direction, you're like, somebody knows something.
Somebody knows something.
Yeah.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you,
What's
Mom?
wrong with you, Mom?
I'm so scared.
Yeah, Fishback has a 3% chance against Byron. Yeah,
man.
Byron's been killing it. I mean, Fishback has been doing well. He's been getting more popular, and he'll be able to use that to his advantage. But Byron has been absolutely killing it.
Do not trust Byron. Do not trust Byron to continue the legacy of DeSantis. That's for sure. Byron is your I don't want to call him a neocon, but he's like he's a puppet Republican. He's your puppet Republican. And I don't think Florida, it's unfortunate, but I think Florida needs to vote Fishback.
So Kalshi's prediction market, I do like Fishback, 82% Democrat.
To win the...
Yeah. So if you bet...
The House or the Senate?
The House.
The House.
The
Oh,
Senate
geez.
is basically the opposite. Let's see.
Is it really? I thought it was
Yeah.
more 50-50.
Oh, now it is. Wow. Yeah, it's changed. 56% Republican.
Yeah. Clementine in the chat, you missed our first caller. You missed our first caller.
So if you bet $10 that the Democratic Party will win the U.S. House, you'll win $12.
So if you bet, so the money is made if you bet for the Republicans to win the House. Although your chances,
Yeah, if you bet
are
10, you'd win 50.
slim. 10, you'd win 50. So yeah, this is a pretty good payout. That's a pretty good payout.
How much do you trust in the Republican Party?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. This is going to be a crazy election, and 2028 is going to be even crazier. Like, if you think the midterms, first of all, remember, are you old enough to remember, Alex, when no one gave a crap about midterms?
Yeah.
Midterms would come and go. No one batted an eye. No one cared. Now they care. Politics has become so, again, I don't want to say the CW. I don't want to say the CW. But this is eerily similar to something that happened in 1860.
You can't fight the government. You need air. You need jets.
You need
F-16s.
Yeah, you need F-16. You're crazy. I wish I could find that Joe Biden speech.
Hey, look at this one. Congress, will the SAVE Act become law? Yes is only 8%.
So if they attach it to an NDAA and it gets passed, does that count as a win, or does it have to be a standalone?
It becomes law. Let's see. They actually have. They call them oracles, and it's what settles. Resolves yes if the SAVE Act HR 22 becomes law before January 4th, 2027. So is it just that law that bill?
I think
if it's just that bill, then it's already dead.
Yeah, if you attach provisions into something else, then
that does the same thing. It's not the actual bill. Yeah, that's tricky.
All right, my friend. Well, lots going to happen in the next week. I have a feeling next week's show is going to be insane as well. Where do you want to head? Do you want to continue making fun of liberals, or do you want to hit some stories?
You can do whatever you want, brother.
I want. I love both.
You had plenty of stories.
I love both. Actually, this is a story / making fun.
Wait, before you go through, can you play that clip I sent you of the Salem witch trials?
Oh yes, let's do that.
I want to watch that quick, and that'll be quick, and then we'll go right into your story.
So, for those of you not familiar, the Salem witch trials happened in early American history, and
in Salem, Massachusetts.
Where some women were burned at the stake for being accused of being witches. A very small number of women this happened to. Too many women. It shouldn't happen to anybody. I will say that, but it wasn't
millions. Some would say.
A million, some would say, including this crazy lady.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden I just started thinking about the Salem witch trials, and I'm just so mad because that was just a mass genocide of women. And they teach it in school like it's something fun to learn about. They tortured, sexually assaulted, and then murdered millions of women being witches. I don't know.
Oh boy. First of all, do you recognize that music in the background? You probably don't.
No. Are we going to get copyright striked for it?
That is from, oh my gosh, why am I getting the show now? Oh my gosh. It was filmed in, oh my gosh. I named my dog after one of its main characters.
You're getting old, bro.
And now I'm getting too old to remember. Twin Peaks. No. Yes. No. Was it Twin? No.
Broke?
it's
No.
not. Something Peak. It's Peaks. Oh my gosh. First, we need to know how many actually.
What's going on?
I need to find out how many women actually died in the Salem. How many women were killed
19,
in the Salem?
bro.
19. That's right. You already said that. 19 women, millions. Twin Peaks. No, I was right. It is Twin Peaks. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not good. Good. Okay. Twin Peaks. Yeah, that music in the background was from Twin Peaks.
20 total, 14 women, 6 men,
14.
which includes the only man pressed to death. That is an execution. man.
Pressed to death.
Yep. It's between two walls or two
Oh.
boulders. You get impressed, homie.
Oh,
For real.
man. That would be the worst way to. Well, there's a lot of bad ways to go, but that's up at the top.
Yeah.
That's up at the top for sure. But wait a minute, that's got to be fake news, Alex. She said there was millions. She's clearly
Millions of women
a
tortured
scholar.
and graped,
tortured, graped, and unalived.
moited.
She's clearly a scholar, my friend. I don't know. I think your data might be wrong there.
Well, I was just thinking about it, and I got so mad. They just teach this in school like it's some fun activity to learn about.
She was what I don't know what school she's going to, but she is in the special ed class, I do believe. This one is kind of a story. I want to say it's like a story because this made the news, right? So this crazy white liberal woman, Caitlin Tracy, is a criminal illegal alien from Canada who was charged with simple assault, neglect of a child, compounding crime, and harassing communication. She allegedly struck a teenage girl wearing a pro-Trump memorabilia on a boardwalk in Point Pleasant Beach during the July 4th weekend. She entered the United States in April of 2024, and visa set to expire on September 6th. In violations of our nation's laws, she overstayed her visa and failed to depart. Now, here is video of the incident. Of her hitting this woman.
Is this Jersey?
Yeah.
I think I know exactly where this is. It is one of the trashiest places ever.
Is it really?
Yeah, this boardwalk, people fight here all the time.
Okay, well, she felt like the need to assault somebody. Maple Leaf Menace, they're calling her. And we'll play that here in just a second. The Maple Leaf Menace, according to Homeland Security, the illegal alien who assaulted a teenager has no business in our country. She's now in ICE custody pending removal from our nation. I think we call that FAFO, don't we?
Yeah, there's something wrong with it. If you let a teenager provoke you into hitting them, you I don't know, like how are you adulting?
How do you pay bills? Like what how do you feed yourself? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Dude, I gotta play this one of Chuck Schumer. You know I gotta play it.
Let's do it. I love a good old Chucky. He reminds me of my grandpa, you know?
Does he? Is your grandpa that weird?
Just this specific video.
Complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump...
He started laughing.
Tell me you heard that. Tell me you heard that, chat. Here
Look
we
at this
go.
smile. Look at this smile.
Yeah, he knows what he did.
On in the NDAA. When all the Trump administration... Complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the...
Look at the smile, dude. He's got us. He knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly
Trump administration...
The shoulders.
The way he looks up.
Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump administration... DAA. When...
Man,
that's great.
You could be at the height of U.S. politics A good fart's gonna make you.
Right. Yeah. Like there is no age. There is no age in which that is not an appropriate joke or appropriate thing to laugh at, I should say.
Yeah.
Chuck Schumer farting in Congress. Just couldn't hold it in, man. Sometimes you just can't hold it in. Sometimes you just gotta let it go.
I don't blame him.
Dude, this I gotta. We'll get to the X-File because we got to cover the X-File before we wrap up tonight. But
Okay.
I do have to get to this story because this is just in relation to Chuck Schumer farting. Explosive diarrhea parasite prompts some restaurants to change the menu.
Oh.
So I wanted to cover this because this is going to lead.
So you get fast food, now you get double diarrhea.
Now you get double diarrhea. So, Taco Bell now under investigation over outbreak of parasite that causes explosive diarrhea.
No,
Like,
bro, that's just Taco Bell.
I was about to say, this isn't news. Like Taco Bell has always been doing this. Why are we just now investigating?
Turns out it's a feature, not a bug.
I know, bro. I've been eating Taco Bell since the late 90s. I can tell you that this is not
Part
a
of the
2026
experience.
Taco Bell thing. Yeah, this is what they've been doing. Now, is it because of the parasite? Do they allow parasites in their food? I don't know. I think it's just the food. I really just think it's just how they make really. First of all, I want to call it cheap, but have you been to Taco Bell lately? It's not cheap.
Nothing's cheap anymore, man.
Dude, I got 3 things and a drink, and it was like $26.
Yeah,
at
wait,
Taco Bell.
dude. I think with like in the next 3 years, my state's minimum wage is going up to $20. So I'm gonna have to spend $30 just to get a Taco Bell meal.
It's for a loaf of bread. Jeez.
Yeah.
What is your state minimum wage right now?
I think a couple of years ago it started at 15, but they were gonna raise it $1 a year for 5 years.
Wow, dude. Guess what Ohio's is? 1070.
Wow. Well, the thing is it doesn't actually do anything but limit the jobs that other people can have and cause artificial inflation.
Yeah. There's nothing good that comes out of minimum wage. I don't even know how minimum wage got started.
If you can't survive off of a job that you can get, then you have 2 choices. Change your living situation, which is really hard and it sucks and nobody wants to do it, or get a better job. Those are your 2 options.
And those
because
are
you saying, well, no, they need to pay me $20 an hour to do this McDonald's job. Well, at some point, that $20 an hour, whatever amount it is, it becomes too high for them to be in business.
right. So now you don't have a job.
Yeah. So at what point, like,
yeah, it's like how many jobs, like, first of all, fast food restaurants don't have cashiers anymore. Like it's all kiosk ordering. So your job is going to get eliminated. Pretty soon AI is going to be able to cook your fast food
yeah,
meal.
the next move is running these McDonald's with one employee that oversees everything and makes sure it doesn't break, and that's it.
And that's it. Yeah. And that guy will get $20 an hour because
Like a car wash. When you go to the automatic cars, they got one guy there, and he's just making sure you don't drive through the thing instead of putting it in neutral.
Drive through and destroy the car wash. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that
there'll
will be
guy
fast
working
food
there.
very soon.
Yep. And that's because you wanted minimum wage to be $20 an hour. In fact, that guy running the AI in McDonald's might make like $25 an hour, $30 an hour because he's the only employee they have to pay.
Yeah. Yep. And those machines are going to cost them a couple $100,000, but they're going to last 10 or 15 years. So it's like $10,000 a year for an employee, basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I should have, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get our rapid fire segment going.
Well, I have 3 stories for the rapid fire if you want some.
I don't have a song to play for the rapid fire.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
We can do a rapid fire, and then I'll get to the X file. Yeah, why don't you...
Boom.
Right.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
We should make it.
I will have. In fact, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to create this sound.
Nice.
in the
You have.
mix.
I have a Suno subscription if you need it.
Let me use that. I'll just
paying
need a
for
tune
it. So
that I need to loop. It doesn't need to be anything
Yeah.
crazy, but cool.
I got
Yeah. Well, let's do rapid fire.
all right,
Alex, what do you got
I
for
got
us?
you.
Ba-na-na.
Boom. We've got Tim Waltz talking about the
Did that make
pardon
us
he
any
gave
safer?
to a child predator.
Oh, come on, tampon.
Did that make us any safer? Did that make the children that are left behind any more stable? Did it improve
Talking about Trump
the
deporting him,
idea that
saying, did it help?
we can't all be judged by our worst day? And I want to be very clear. These are horrific crimes. They often are.
Wait a minute. At the end, he admits they're horrific crimes, but after just saying he doesn't know how deporting the child rapist benefited us?
Pardons aren't so that you can just let out your homie. Like a pardon is because you think he was unlawfully locked up and wrongfully treated.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what the heck? I don't know what that is.
Was that Tim Walz's? It probably was Tim Walz's homie.
It was definitely, he pardoned him and then Trump deported him.
This is great. And then he said, "How does that keep anybody safe?"
Yeah.
I agree. They were horrific crimes, but wait a minute. These people drive me nuts.
And what's the reoffense rate when it comes to child predators? I mean,
Oh, dude, it's like
astronomically
100%.
high.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. It's a crime that it is inherently an addiction.
Yeah, it's
an uncontrollable addiction because there's so much shame, and there's not much shame left in society, but there's so much shame for this particular issue that you have to fight not only against your own urges of morality and trying to do good things, but the entire society as well. So, like, in order to commit these crimes, it's an addiction you cannot control at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to replace them with proud American veterans who are going to take our veterans, who are going to make them, we're going to teach them a lot about driving trucks. And in many cases, they know. We're going to say any American who's driven a heavy truck for our military will automatically be eligible for a commercial driver's license. So we're going to get them taken care of.
Well, who's gonna drive the big trucks? The veterans looking for a little bit of decency on the other side of their military service.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's I have two military online friends looking for jobs right now. They can't find them because none of the companies are hiring white people right now.
Oh my goodness. And my last rapid fire for you. Not a single Democrat showed up to Wednesday's Senate hearing on taxpayers being defrauded, in which Nick Shirley testified. I'm pretty sure O'Keefe was there. Wasn't O'Keefe there?
Yeah,
O'Keefe testified. Not one. I mean, Nick Shirley's been doing the whole media run right now. Rand Paul, right? Rand
Paul asked him some good questions. Got some good. Yeah, not one Democrat showed up to. I'm surprised. Like, they love to counter grill, though. You know what I mean? Like, didn't anyone show up to try to make Nick Shirley look like a fool? Surely they thought
Nick
that they
Shirley
could get away
has
with that.
embarrassed them so much.
He's like he's like their roaches, and he's the light. You know, as soon as he comes into the room, they scatter.
There is nothing more humiliating than people calling out Nick Shirley and saying he's just a racist, he's making it all up. And then literally the videos that got probably 1 billion views, if you add all the clips up, billions of views, you see faces from those clips in mugshots and people getting arrested and deported for this fraud. And
not enough people, but people have been. Yes,
there's no better feeling though of like, yeah, like they will gaslight and lie to your face over and over until they pass out.
Right, and then when they wake up, they just restart the cycle all over again.
But I mean, there's no feeling better. No more
feeling
satisfying
better.
feeling.
Agreed. Hey, 5 of you watching, hit that thumbs up button. Call in. The link is pinned to the chat. If you want to give us your opinion on that Trump speech earlier this evening, we took one caller who was not a Trump fan, but we had a good conversation about it. So if you're a fan, if you're not a fan, call in, let us know your opinions. We also talked about Taco Bell's diarrhea outbreak, and we just got through rapid fire. I got so that was your last rapid fire. I got this one. I just want to cover it really quick, Alex, because so the General Lee statue that was taken down in Charlottesville during that whole debacle, we have an update on what's happening to it, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So thank you for the outpouring of support. So these are the people that took it down and are going to do something with it. Swords into plowshares. Here's another, which, by the way, I hate this name. I hate this because that means they're trying to pretend to be a Christian organization, right? Turn your swords and that's out of the Bible.
A reference, a biblical reference.
Yeah. Here's another Lee statue being melted. Follow our social media accounts if you want to see more. So they should. First of all, like Robert E. Lee, one thing I will say is that like he was not an evil man, despite fighting for the being the general for the Confederacy. If you know anything about history, if you've read things about General Lee, he was a honorable guy. Well,
yeah, but I need a villain, dude. I can't have a story without a villain.
Right. Yeah, story without a villain. Well, his statue, which is like, and I'll ask this question of you after this, but they're turning it into African.
Can't hear you.
So on the right is what he's going to become. These trees. Can you? Okay, yeah, they're full screen. Okay, yeah. So they're turning him into African trees, and the guy who's designing it is the same guy who designed this abomination. The embrace statue of MLK that looked like someone pooping or whatever this statue is. Like that's who gets to design the African trees. If you're Robert E. Lee, okay, Alex, you live, you fight in the Civil War. Okay, now the Civil War is breaking out. Okay. You're Robert E. Lee, and a time traveler shows up and shows you what your legacy is going to be. Do you fight in the Civil War?
What's that Japanese term? What's seppuku? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
When you off yourself to withhold some of your dignity before you die. You see your future defeat and you go, it's okay. I can go now.
I can go now. Take me now. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Not worth it.
Ohio Patriot on the Tim Waltz pardoning that child rapist who can't be judged by her worst day assaulting children. It's just a bad day, right? Like, are you serious, Tim Waltz? Like, oh, he just had a bad day, just essaying kids and beating them.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like when you beeped for a little bit too long when someone cuts you off, you know, it's just, you wouldn't want to be judged.
I don't want to be judged for the worst thing you could possibly do to a child. God forbid you judge me on that. Jeez Louise. Tim Waltz is like, I could die happy if I seen him in handcuffs.
Yeah, it has been pretty blatant. I mean, dude, you can tell there's so much more we don't know because the second anything came out, he's like, I deny all of it. But also, I'm not running for re-election based on the recent discoveries.
That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Oh, well, Alex, I think it's time.
You hear that?
For our X-File, I have an update on a missing person from
Oh.
the missing scientists.
What?
Again, we updated last week. Remember, we talked about that guy who turns out he was working on being at two places at once. Like that's the science he was working on.
Yeah.
So now we have a missing general, and again, we did touch on this guy. Who vanished. We have some more details. Tried to resign before disappearance due to brain fog. So reports suggest retired U.S. Air Force General William Neal McCaslin was attempting to leave his job when he disappeared on a hike. Now, you're going to see some familiar things that is like a pattern amongst these missing people here in just a second once I read it to you. A historian, Sarah Bondick, obtained documents that the state's military officer's wife, Susan, told authorities her spouse was suffering from a mental decline and was trying to excuse himself from multiple projects he was assigned to. 68-year-old went to Washington, D.C. to try to resign from Riverside Research, according to Bondick's report on X, which was reported by Radar, blah, 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 blah. The situation was trying to escape. He was trying to escape a secret Pentagon network. Here we have the 11 missing scientists, etc. This is the guy that we covered last week, the guy with the glasses who looks like that actor that I told you about. Now I forget his name. But if you didn't know who he was, and I was like, come on, Alex.
I still don't know who he
is. I need to Google him, and you agreed that he looked just like him. Now I can't remember his name. Rejected the claim, saying the article contains several inaccuracies. A federal law enforcement official told News Nation it was a local police investigation, but the FBI provided assistance. Where is the line I'm looking for? So he tried to resign days before his disappearance. The sheriff's office also stated McCaslin had a standard retiree clearance. At this time, there's no known connection between this case and human trafficking, gang activity, or other missing scientist cases. Well, now I feel like a fool. Let's see if this guy.
The Daily Mail, newly released police records reportedly show that McCaslin was trying to resign from several high-level defense research advisory roles before he disappeared. The records reportedly say that just days before his disappearance, McCaslin flew alone to Washington, D.C. to resign from Riverside Research, this defense contractor that apparently works on advanced technology projects for the Pentagon, the U.S. intelligence community, the Air Force. So these new details, they come from a police report that independent researcher Sarah Bond says that she obtained through a FOIA request. News Nation has not independently verified the report, but it apparently includes this March 3rd interview with McCaslin's wife, Susan Wilkerson, who allegedly told an investigator that her husband was actively involved in 4 different groups connected to government secrets, but that he was trying to step away. It was reported that McCaslin was resigning because he said he, quote, could not keep up mentally with the conversation. You know what the interesting part about that is? That some of Wilkerson's alleged statements here appear to differ from what she said publicly, that her husband didn't have top-level clearances anymore, top-secret information, because he had been retired for years. Now, the general, who apparently once led the Air Force Research Laboratory, vanished from his New Mexico home nearly 4 months ago, left behind his phone, his watch, a host of unanswered questions.
There it is. Left behind his phone, his watch, his wallet, like all his stuff in his kitchen table, just like the guy we talked about last week who left his phone, his cigarettes, his wallet, like all that, right? So
yeah,
like there's a pattern there.
What the heck?
How is it a possible coincidence that we have multiple people that vanish and leave their stuff on the kitchen table?
And it's probably the smartest thing you can do if you're going to kidnap somebody. Leave anything that you could possibly drop anywhere or take with you that could identify you or locate you, and leave it here and come with me.
Exactly. Now, Nick, I do have to say, Secretary of Defense ordered the investigation to all the missing personnel and civilian government employees. Yes, they did. They did order this investigation. However, I don't think. I think the government is going to investigate itself and find itself not guilty of any wrongdoing. So, the top theories, like you just said, either these people are that haven't been found yet, although some have been found dead. So, I'm thinking, and he was about to resign, right? So, what did he know? And how much of it did he know? Because maybe it's like, hey, you can't resign. And maybe that conversation didn't go so well about his resignation. And now he's a missing person. And just like so many of the other ones, right? Like, what is the government working on that they have to off their scientists?
I don't know. And anti-gravity,
quantum physics,
burning people alive via waves that you force through the sky.
Yep. The crazy Maduro waves.
Yeah.
The scrambler or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Trump was giddy when he announced that.
He
was like, it was unbelievable, the technology they used. You got to see it.
And from the Trump speech earlier tonight, right, we get more evidence that the administrative state is doing things behind government, the shadow government, as was his direct quote, the shadow government.
Well, he said that someone said that they were actively doing that.
Right. Yeah. So we have evidence that of what did he say? Did he say it was CIA or FBI that said that? I can't remember.
I believe he said the FBI.
FBI, someone in the FBI quoted as saying, like, we are running a shadow government, like their quote, not Trump's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is something a shadow government would do, is off these scientists. I don't know, even though there's an investigation, I don't know what spin is going to be put on it. Like, oh, it was all natural causes. This guy was robbed. Wait a minute, he was robbed. He left his, we talked about, like, as a cigarette smoker, you don't forget your cigarettes at home.
Yeah.
Especially when them things are $10 a pack now.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It just keeps getting crazier and crazier. Just the connections, just the patterns that we're seeing with these disappearances, and maybe we'll, if we get an update again, maybe we'll go back and show those videos of that lady who said she was being hit with those energy weapons and thought she was crazy.
Before we even knew they were possible.
Before we knew that they were an actual thing. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. 6 of you watching, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. If any of you want to call in before we sign off, we are taking callers. The link is pinned to the chat, and anything we covered today, including the Trump speech, if you want to give your opinion on it, we are glad to hear it. What were you about to say?
What's that big company that sells weapons to the U.S.? They're massive. Like the biggest one.
The biggest one.
Anyway, if you can they have a YouTube channel in which they showcase their newest products. And they literally have laser beams on planes that automatically, with AI, blow up missiles in the sky.
Lockheed Martin? Is that who you're thinking of?
Lockheed and Martin, yeah. Like, they just casually have videos of planes using lasers to shoot missiles out of the sky on the plane. Yeah, it's insane. It's nuts.
Yeah. So imagine, and that's the stuff they're willing to show us.
Yeah.
What do you think it's okay? Put your Christian hat on for a second. Is it possible that someone invents a machine that can put you 2 places at once?
Logically possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't defy anything we know to be true.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So it wouldn't surprise me if that guy that got offed that was working on that technology, if we were to maybe see that technology one day.
Yeah.
Militarily speaking, but
Well, with Iran not able to follow a peace deal, I mean, we just
We
completely
might see it in
smoked them.
Iran.
There was so much news we didn't even get to really any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that stuff. We had a House bill is going through the Congress right now that's going to punish doctors who trans kids. We got Missouri with a huge pro-life win we didn't get to. America losing confidence in its institutions. JD Vance was on Joe Rogan. I'm sure there's plenty of clips
Fire
of that going
episode.
around.
Fire.
Yeah. Was it? Oh, dude, maybe we got to cover that next week. Unless you got some clips like offhand.
I don't have them on, but I bet you Twitter does if you want 5 minutes.
Twitter, yeah. What do we got here?
All right. Because he was actually trending because of a couple of things.
I heard he was pretty candid on the show.
Well, one thing he was really big on is he said we effed up when it comes to Epstein. Yeah, just like the optics of it, he said, basically. But this is a 3-minute clip. We don't have to watch the whole thing. But this is big and obviously pertinent to tonight's episode because it's about election fraud. Let's see. Just got to share my screen.
Boomer.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's just very disheartening that you have to consider the fact that it's really possible that the elections get stolen. And the California one was a big one for me.
And why not just have mail-in, or why not just have voter ID?
Yeah,
you actually
that's
saw,
insane. Not only did they not have voter ID, you can't show your ID. You're not allowed to show your ID.
In fact,
yeah,
try to force somebody to show their
Which
ID.
Seems like you want people to cheat.
Exactly.
And this is from the same people that have an ID that shows you've been vaccinated just 4 years ago to go to
grocery shopping or to go to a restaurant. Yeah, no, it's definitely, that's the part about it that I think makes most people of my political persuasion skeptical of what the Democrats are doing.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to cheat in the election, then just make everybody actually show an ID. What the other thing people don't realize is, I didn't realize until a couple years ago, the voter ID solves a lot of the mail-in ballot problem, because if you have to show an ID in order to get a mail-in ballot, in order to actually, confirm that there's a real identification attached to that
it gets
vote,
pretty
that
fiery
solves
here on Rogan's side too. I'm waiting for that.
I'm not
Every country does it.
I'm not skeptical.
Right
I'm
here.
accusing. I think they stole the election.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think it's common. And this idea that elections can't be stolen. I always say to people, okay, do you think that the amount of election fraud is 0%? No one thinks that.
Yeah.
No one thinks it's zero.
Exactly.
There's always some overzealous person.
Yeah, so I don't finish that, but basically, Vance agreed. The vice president is on a podcast, one of the most, if not the most listened to podcasts on the planet. And they're saying Spencer Pratt, his election race was stolen from him.
I mean, it's obvious. It's because the person who ended up coming in second, who was dead last, is a nobody.
Yeah.
And they just withheld the results of the election until enough mail-in ballots poured in for that person to take second place. It's just absolutely insane, dude. It's insane. It's insane. And that's why there needs to be a universal way that we vote. Allowing states to do whatever the heck they want has just been a disaster through and through. James Janice says, I have to show ID for all this other crap like buying beer and driving my car. I don't mind showing it to vote. And you shouldn't. Nobody should care having to show your ID to vote. It should be a non-issue. Non-issue.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shutting down 5 swing states to stop counting in the middle of the night is evidence of foul play. Use common sense. Yeah, that's what I told people right afterwards. And this is when it was still not cool to talk about that you were a Trump fan. It was if you have any common sense, is it not weird that 5 different states all at the same time stopped counting ballots and then all at the same time started counting them again? There's nothing you think was fishy about that at all? In even just a little bit? Come on, guys. Come on.
No, you do not.
No, sir. No, sir. It's me on 6TT. What happened to all the claims of dead voters? Well, if you listen to the speech tonight, there was 400,000 registered dead voters.
Yes.
That they had found. I mean, it's the only thing we're missing is somebody in handcuffs.
Man, that's another thing that we should have brought up to Patrick. Like, he said, how many people are registered to vote that shouldn't be? I mean, even there it was what, almost 430,000.
Yeah, and then the states that are not giving up their voting rolls. Why? What are you hiding? Like, what does it matter? Like,
right.
In fact, I'm going to use the Democrat argument. Well, if you're not doing anything wrong, well, then what's it matter if they're watching you or not, or if you give up your voter rolls? If you're not doing anything wrong, then give up your dang voter rolls. Just like withholding it makes you look guilty, even if you're not.
Good point, James. It was not 400K. It's more than that. You just can't accurately give a number because a lot of blue states aren't giving their voting rolls.
Oh, it's probably 4 million. I'm willing to, I can agree with that. Yeah, it's just 400,000 is what we know of.
Right.
It's probably at least 4 million. At least. It wouldn't surprise me if it was 40 million.
40. I mean, that's a lot. That would be a little surprised.
I don't know if I'd be. I don't know if I 400. No, we only have 350 million in America. Actually, that would be funny if it was like 400 million.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. There's only 350 million people who live in this country. How is that possible? It's wild stuff, man. It's wild stuff. And if we don't pass the SAVE Act, it's just going to continue to get wild. But last call for callers. Hit that thumbs up button or join us on the show to give your final goodbye opinion before we sign off. I thought I had a banger to go out on here. Let me look into my funny stuff order. See, I should have saved the dancing for the end, man. Right? Oh, let's. What were you about to say?
Vance went over UFOs.
Oh, let's play that. All
right. Oh, this is a 10-minute clip.
Ah, man.
I'll just give you the rundown. He said they were demons.
Okay, so that's kind of what we were
Rogan
saying,
pressed
right?
him on it. He said, you said something that I thought was very odd. You said that you thought that they were demons. Vance, okay, I did say that. What did you mean by that? If we're talking about an extraterrestrial being that is human-like but not human, that contains effectively infinite powers and is torturing human beings, you can call it an alien if you want, but I think there's a lot of historical precedent to call it a demon. After Rogan describes an alleged encounter which the beings heal the man, Vance flips the frame. Extra powerful beings, in this case communicating telepathically, helping people, sounds like an angel. There's no real difference between me and God to my dog. I can literally walk into a room and turn the light on. I can make food appear instantly. I can transport myself across time and space very, very rapidly. Vance, if it's real, is there really a meaningful difference between an angel or a demon and a space alien with super technology? To our perception, they would largely just look like the same thing.
Yes, exactly. I think, Vance I think Vance shares our sentiment about the whole thing.
Yeah.
That it's,
why even vote though, Jeremiah? I'm just giving my information to China and getting my ballot burned.
Well, China already has your information. They didn't need to buy it from a voting roll.
That is the risk of exposing election fraud, isn't it? That you can blackpill.
You can Yes, and if you lose faith in elections, you lose faith in the government, you lose faith in institutions. That's
Here's
how
a trick
civil
question for
war
you.
begins. Oh, don't ask me trick questions, man. We've been live streaming for 2 hours. My brain is fried.
If there was election fraud,
okay,
but you exposing that election fraud means that your voters don't vote as much because they blackpill. ought you expose the voter fraud?
Okay, well, hold on.
Now the trick is you can't know any of this information in real life. But in the hypothetical,
in the hypothetical, if I'm in control of it, okay, you're saying I'm in control of the information release.
Yeah, you're the only one who knows. You have the smoking gun.
I have the smoking gun. Well, if I have the smoking gun, then I have indictments lined up ready to roll.
Yeah, don't change my hypothetical.
I think, okay, well then I guess if I can't change your hypothetical, can the hypothetical then be that like that is that
Since I can't change it, can you change it?
Can you change it? Can that be my hope then? Like I don't know if there will be indictments, but I can hope that there will be indictments, but I still have to make the decision.
Yeah, because the government's corrupt, bro. You can just expose it, but nobody's gonna get arrested.
If I know that so hypothetically, I don't know if anyone's gonna get arrested or not.
Right. You have the smoking gun, but you do know if you release this, you're going to lose the next election because your voters won't vote because of what James said. Why would I vote? I can't even trust the system. Would you expose the voter fraud, or would you leave it because you want the next election won?
Okay, well, see, here's what's tricky about that, right? Because if I know I'm going to lose, then no, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But if I have a hope that that I'm going to win because people will get arrested, because the voters will change their mind if they see arrests.
Yeah. So if you have the hope, you'll do the right thing. But if there's no hope, then we're playing a dirty game anyway. Let's thug it out.
Let's thug it out. Might as well.
Okay. Respectable.
What would you do? What would you do?
No, I think that's a great answer.
Okay.
Hey, if there's no way for me to play, then I guess we're doing this. You start where you want to do it. I guess we're doing it.
Can't beat them, join them, right? The Bush-Gore race in Florida was decided by just over 500 votes, so 400,000 dead voters is significant. No, yeah, it definitely is, but I definitely think there's more. It's that 400,000 is not a drop in the bucket by any means, but it's definitely more. It's most definitely more. I just want China having my information, to be honest. So why vote? I vote. I give China more information. It's your duty, man. It's your duty.
I think very shortly, practically speaking, I think we very shortly live in a time where that level of information is available to everyone instantly and free.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I'm with
that. James, if that's your real name, if I found out like the state you lived in, you'd be surprised the odds of me getting your phone number and address. It's actually crazy. And that's like, I'm not a tech genius or anything like that. That's just like, I found a cool website.
Right.
You know, like,
it's and they probably put up flock cameras in your neighborhood too. So,
dude, there's 100,000 flock cameras in America. I think the ship has sailed on surveillance. I don't think there's. You're not doing anything about it. You're not cutting down 100,000 flock cameras. Sorry, you're not going to be able to. I don't care how many dudes dress up in a ski mask.
Well, you can legislate the flock cameras out of your town. In fact, there was a town that just did that. Hold on, I got information being pulled up. So at least 50.
Why don't you want them?
At least 50 communities across 20 states have terminated contracts and deactivated their flock cameras. So it's possible that you can go through your city council and fight this in your town and get the flock cameras taken down. Why? Because they are abused in different ways than your cell phone is, right? So there was an old lady in Tennessee who was misidentified by the AI and arrested for fraud, and she had nothing to do with it.
Cops misidentify people.
True, but I don't have.
And then you're given a fair trial.
Right, but Officer James, we'll just say James because he's in the chat. Officer James is not in all four corners of my town recording 24/7 everything going on. So Officer James doesn't have that information personally on his person.
All right, well, let's take it back a notch. How do you feel about speed cameras?
I don't like speed cameras either.
Why not?
Because I want to speed.
So you don't like flock cameras because you want to commit crimes, right?
Yes, man. That's obviously logically where it follows.
No, dude, this is a hard topic because inherently I feel the tug of like, I don't want a camera on me 24/7. No, that's wrong. I feel that.
Not all surveillance is the same, Alex.
But I don't, dude. I want, if my kid gets kidnapped, I want 100,000 cameras in my neighborhood. Right? We all do. In that moment, in the moment your children gets kidnapped, you want as many cameras as possible on every street ever.
Oh man, that is a really good hypothetical.
I'm not trying to exploit this one point to make it all like a one issue thing, right? But it's a strong point. But I think equally strong is, I mean, there could be bad actors. There is actually, I saw a story of a police officer, because these are the people who have access to these flock cameras, right?
Right.
So a police officer was stalking his ex-girlfriends using the flock cameras.
Oh my! See, I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy, right? Like, and he couldn't have done that without a flock camera.
Dude, all I know is these flock cameras are going to be hooked up to super AGI, artificial general intelligence agents, and they're just going to be monitoring everything we do, and there's nothing we can do about it. There's absolutely nothing that's going to stop that from happening.
Well, hey, I just told you 20 or 50 towns already got him out. So I'm just going to move to that. I'm going to move to those towns.
I honestly
if it saves a life, it's worth it. But okay, crinkle hands. If it saves a life, it's worth it. But what if it ruins a life? Is it still worth it?
Yeah.
Is it still worth it?
That, like this is a tough one to navigate, and a fun one though, and an important one, honestly, really important, because there's two sides. Honestly, I do think, practically speaking, this is a foregone conclusion, and this will happen because there are way too many benefits, and we have a track record of giving up our privacy in like this weird, unwilling, like, I don't want to do this, but I love my iPhone way too much.
Right.
And I think the benefits, like, imagine the services that can be provided for you if a company has you on camera 24/7. There are some services they could provide to you. They could track a certain amount of things about you that could be useful for your health, for your, like, we will give up our privacy for convenience and things that make our lives better all day, every day.
Explain. Yeah. I mean, those who sacrifice freedom for security deserve neither. That is
okay. You win.
I believe that is Benjamin Franklin, who's smarter than either of us. Crinkle hands. Explain how it would ruin a life. Okay, well, like we just mentioned, that a police officer used it to stalk an ex-girlfriend. Okay, let's say he's violent. Yeah. What if he stalks and kills that ex-girlfriend? Well, her life
because
is
having
ruined.
Access. That's what like makes it worse, is having the access and seeing her move on and go on another date, and now you just saw it in real time and you're fuming and you have a gun on your hip. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that could be dangerous. That could ruin a life. Right, gross misconduct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it will be there will be misconduct. That's the thing is, if the misconduct goes to a systemic level, that's when real issues occur. That's like, and honestly, what I've noticed the more I learn about politics, the more I learn about systems, is almost any system can work if the people use it responsibly. The problem is we use nothing responsibly.
We use nothing responsibly. Exactly. And crinkle hands. COVID taught us that. The lockdowns taught us that if the wrong people are in charge, well, now flock cameras will deny you access to places based on your vaccine status, your vaccination status. Oh, well, I see that you haven't got your vaccine yet, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, and you're on your way out of town. Nope. Shutting your car off. And that's another reason I don't want to buy a car made after like 2016, because I don't want the shut off.
So you're just a boomer Luddite.
I want a 1980s truck that you can't shut
go
off.
pitch a tent in the woods.
Where's that happening? Well, it happens in China. China uses similar technology to flock cameras to track people and prevent them from going places if they don't have a high enough social credit score. So it is being abused.
I was thinking about it, and a social credit score doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. Like, look, if you litter, I think you should have a lower social credit score.
But who's in control of the technology?
Listen, if you don't put your cart back, I want a ding.
For the wrong person. If I see a Trump sticker or a Trump Republican sign in your yard, in your lawn, well, now I'm going to abuse that. That's the problem. Is if you don't pick up your dog's poop in the neighborhood, I want a ding. Okay, if you don't return the cart, if you don't return the shopping cart back to the corral, jail. Straight to jail.
Yeah, so I want it to be social. I don't want it to limit you on anything. I just want everybody to have a score that I can check.
Sure, okay. Yeah. It's like nothing bad gets to happen to you, but at least I get to know a little bit more about you, right? Great conversation, though. Great conversation. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I enjoy all of your opinions. I appreciate y'all sharing them. Kindly hit that like button. Subscribe to our channels if you have not already, friends. If you have not subscribed to me and Alex's channel, make sure you do that. I did a live video reaction to Wesley Huff, going over founding fathers and the Christian faith, etc. Make sure you check that out. Alex, what do you got going on?
Round 2 of Word War debate is commencing soon. I still can't tell you what happened about round 1, so I don't. Who knows if I'm even part of round 2, right? Or did I?
No, it's too late now. You just told us you're part of round 2. So in round 2, is it going to be virtual debate or in-person debate?
Yeah, no, it's all virtual until the final 4. So it's a round of 32. That's round 1. Round of 16. Round of 8. Round of 4. Okay. Actually, round of 4 is online too. Round of 2 is in person.
Round of 2 is in person. Okay, so we got to get Alex to the round of 2. So we'll make sure to let us know when that debate's about to happen so we can watch it live. Folks, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much
And I've been posting a lot over on Instagram. You want to go follow me over there at Alexander Medeiros. We just hit 20K, so appreciate if you going over there and follow.
Nice. Keep him going up. James with the jokes. If a Republican uses his left hand to vote, does that mean they voted Democrat because they voted left? Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you next Thursday, 9:45-ish p.m. This is your number 1 political commentary show.
Go be a daggone patriot.
God bless.